Zoom kicks you out, you can go to our YouTube and watch it. That way we don't have to record because it would already be there for you. Okay?
Zoom kicks you out.
Sorry.
Zoom kicks you out.
Okay. Very good. So Touch, if you want to go get the grab that link there, you can definitely, maybe I can grab it for you. All right. I grabbed it for you and I put it in the staff room so you can definitely go there, and because there might be some people kind of like having issues joining us. That way we don't have that issue. All right,
Okay.
everybody, we're gonna go ahead. It's still being recorded. No, it's not. Okay. So I want to welcome everyone to the open house. All right. Like I was trying to explain earlier, the open house is telling you who we are. Who is TIMFA USA? Who is TIMFA Christian University? Where did we come from? What are we all about? And what do we have to offer you? And then to give you the opportunity to ask us any kind of question you want. There is no question that is off the table. There's no question that is off the table. So get your questions ready because I would be answering your questions, okay, at the end of the presentation. So give me a minute while I go ahead and share my screen so that I can make this presentation and let y'all know who we really are, okay? Right. Okay, so this is also an introduction and open house to the MFCC. It's the Marriage and Family Certification course. All right. So here's all we're gonna cover today. We're gonna cover talk to you about TIFA USA. You're gonna meet some of the staff. What is MFCC? What are the resources that we have for you? How long, is this course gonna take? What is the mode of delivery? All right. And what is the mode of delivery? And uh, is there a graduation? Okay. Is there a graduation when we are done? Now, about TIMFA USA, I gotta tell you, um, I mean, the name TIMFA is an acronym, and that means that stands for the Institute for Marriage and Family Affairs. So that is the sub-organization that handles our certification courses. We have two major certification courses. We have the marriage and family certification course, and then we have the mental health and addiction certification course. Okay, so this institute have now, okay, since last year, have now been adopted by the TIMFA Christian University since January last year. All right. So when you get your certificate, it will carry not the Institute for Marriage and Family Affairs, but the TIMFA Christian University, because the TCU, which is the TIMFA Christian University, has grandfathered our certification course. Okay. Now, this TIMFA is founded by Dr. Vic and May Victor. That's me, and based in Houston, Texas, was founded in 2013. That was when we started to train for certification courses. And till date, we have trained mentors or, marriage counselors for over 8,000 mentors and marriage counselors, marriage mentors and marriage counselors. Okay. So we've been around for over 10 years, training marriage and family and mental health and addiction counselors. Now, the TIMFA Christian University went live last year, January. It went live. And that was when it just kind of like grandfathered all our certification courses. All right. I hope you guys are with me so far. Now, what is our philosophy and vision? Okay. What is TIFA's philosophy and vision as far as the marriage and family certification course is concerned? All right. We believe in restoring the dignity of marriage. And we say the word restoring because if you are an adult listening to me or watching me, you know it doesn't matter which country, which continent, where you live right now, you know that marriage gradually had lost its dignity because of people having very horrible experiences and things going on around the world. And social media has not done us good at all. So we come in to restore, to let people know, make people aware that you know what, there is dignity in marriage. There's dignity in marriage. This thing was founded by God. He's the author of this. And whatever lies anybody is telling, it does not mean that marriage has lost its dignity. So that's our philosophy and our vision. And that's our goal. That's what we pursue. We also are here to help parents raise healthy children. When parents can stay married as husband and wife in a loving marriage relationship, it filters down to their children. They both can raise their children, in a, oh my goodness. All right. They both can raise healthy children. Healthy, balanced, both mentally, physically, and otherwise. Okay? Now, third philosophy of vision is to help couples module covenant marriage. Marriage is not a contract, marriage is a covenant. Till death do us part. That is the vow we take when we enter into the marriage covenant. And that vow is meant to last us for life, forever, for life. Okay? And how do we execute this philosophy and vision? What we do, our mission is to identify those with passion for marriage and family affairs. We identify, and that's you. If you're listening to me, if you're watching me, you have the passion. Because if you don't have a passion, you will not be here. So we identify those with passion because everybody doesn't have this passion. So let's not deceive ourselves, okay? Then we recruit them. We talk to you. We sell the course to you. We hope that you can buy into it. And when you come in and register, we empower you. We empower you, we educate you, and we equip you with resources so that you can go out there in your commissioning you go out there and positively affect humanity around you. All right? So those are our, 6 missions. Now, here's the staff. You've met Dr. Vic and Reverend May Victor, which is me. Now, there are other staff that help us to do this work, that help us to attend to you. On up there is Miss Cleopatra Majatladi in South Africa, and she is the program coordinator. Next to her is Mr. Tochi, who's also a program manager. He resides in the Houston, Texas area. And this guy is in charge with all your examinations, different links and all of that. Okay. Then down below, we have Miss Joanna Ajibade, who's also a marketing coordinator and also an administrative staff. And I'm pretty sure some of you guys, if not all of you, are familiar with her name because she works mostly with the marriage and family program. And then Mr. Jesse down there is the one who's in charge of all our graphics, designs, and your pictures and everything, your banners and all of that. Okay? So what is MFCC? Now, the staff is missing one person that I don't have their banner right there, but you get to meet him in due course. What does MFCC stand for? Marriage and Family Counseling Certification. You can't miss this. You can't miss this. You got to know the name of the course. Sometimes when people come to me and they're making reference, oh, I'm interested in that your course about marriage. I'm asking them the name, they can't tell me. So please be aware of the course that you're intending, or you're going to be asking questions about, what is called Marriage and Family Counseling Certification course. It's divided into two parts, part 1 and part 2. Now, here's the table of content for part 1. Heavily loaded, okay? In part 1, it starts February 17th on a Monday. In part 1, we're going to deal with intake and gathering information. Very, very important, very key. And there's a practical to this. This is one of those tools. If you ever want to be a marriage counselor, if you don't grab this tool, you cannot be effective. Sorry. Okay, you cannot be effective. You need this tool both for yourself, for your spouse, for your children, for everyone you will ever counsel in any level. You need that. Okay, because your success being a counselor is as much information as you can get from your counselee. That's the person you're going to be counseling. Okay. Then number 2, we're going to deal with understanding marriage. A lot of people have issues with marriage because of ignorance. Ignorance. A lot of people have issues. Many people have gotten divorced because they didn't get it. They didn't understand the rudiments, okay? Marriage is not all about, okay, you know what, I'm 30 years old, it's time to get married. Far from it. Far from it. It's not about the whistles and bells of weddings and stuff like that. Marriage is much more. So we don't assume that even the person who's coming to train as a marriage counselor knows about marriage. No, 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 no. For 11, 12 years of teaching, no, we do not assume. We don't assume at all. So we still go through the rudiments of what marriage is all about to you as a marriage counselor in training, okay? We talk about the sources of conflicts in marriage. We talk about communication. We talk about money, topics that nobody want to talk about. The elephant in the room, we deal with it. We talk about intimacy. We talk about managing conflicts. So not only do we delve into the sources of conflicts, we also teach how to manage conflicts so that it doesn't occur frequently. But if it occurs, we also teach you how to resolve the conflicts, okay? And then we teach how to set boundaries in marriages, and we talk about the parenting that works. This is all table of contents for part 1, all right? There are 10 of them. Then when we go to part 2, now, if you look at part 1 is mostly things you can identify. You can, I mean, if you're married, even if you're not if you're an adult, you can identify with money matters. You can identify with boundaries, managing conflicts, setting conflicts, and all of that, sources, communication, So those are problem areas about marriage. This is where people have issues. But when you go to part 2, this is the counselor's tools. That's where we give you the tools. Now that I know that my clients have money issue, now that I know they have communication issue, now that I know they have intimacy issue, oh, now I understand that boundaries is a problem. Parenting is an issue. What can I do? How can I help them? What would I tell them? What techniques what tips can I tell them to move the needle from them? They're fighting. They came to me. They haven't made love, in 3 months, and the man is losing it. But the woman says, I don't feel like it. What must I do? What must I do? The guy says, you know what? I'm checking out. I'm going out. I'm getting a side chick. If you're not gonna give it to me, well, somebody is. And the woman says, I have a headache at this, da, 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 but what can I do? So we giving you all of these tools. One, two, three, four of these tools will be good for. So we pride ourselves that when you're done taking our course, okay, there is no problem area in marriage that you cannot, you know, uh, um, you cannot help a couple with, okay? If you learn this and learn it very well. So we talk about the personal or couples vision. A lot of couples are divorced today because they don't even know why did they get married. They have no clue. Why am I here? Why am I here and why with you? Why am I married to Mrs. A instead of this B? What are we supposed, what divine purpose are we here to solve? Okay, so we're going to teach you, and there's a practical with that too. There's a practical with setting smart goals, because a lot of people mess up their marriages because they don't know how to set goals and achieve the goals. And so the man or the woman thinks, you know what, I was doing so well as a single person. As soon as you came into my life, I started diminishing. Marriage is not meant to diminish you, because the word of God says two are better. But when it gets to a point where two are worse, then something is wrong with the picture. And a lot of people feel that way. So we teach you how to train your clients to set smart goals, not wishes. A lot of people are wishing. They're telling you they're setting a goal, they're not setting it right. And because they're not setting it right, they're not achieving the goals, and they're frustrated in life and in marriage. And they blame it on their spouse. We teach you the tips and techniques for money management, time management, okay? Improving self-esteem, assertiveness, anger management, counseling techniques. There are four of them there too. We train you how to manage special population. Counseling is not a one size fit all. The way you counsel Mr. and Mrs. A is not the same way you counsel Mr. and Mrs. B, or the same way you counsel Mr. and Mrs. C. It is individualized and it is unique to the couple. Okay? It's tailor-made. It's not a one size fit it all to every couple. No, 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 no. So we teach you about spirituality and counseling, premarital counseling, termination. There's a way you terminate counseling, and you terminate it appropriately. And there's a way you terminate your counseling session with your clients. You create more problem. And a lot of people that have called themselves counselors have made a shipwreck of their counselees because of the way they terminated the counseling sessions. Okay? And of course, we talk about the 21 business ideas that you're going to use, where you can use all this knowledge that you're gathering, where can you use them? Okay? I'm going to mention some of them here now in a little bit. So resources, do I get any books? Do I get any materials? Do I get any resources? Yes, you do. When you make your payment, you are entitled to one of each of these volumes. The one in red and blue is volume 1, which is for part 1. And the one in yellow and blue is for part 2. Okay? And we will give them to you digitally. And like I said, you see, just talking about where are you logging in from, we have somebody from South Africa, somebody from Pretoria, KZN, Pretoria, Oyo State, like Nigeria, Lagos State, Houston, Texas, whatever, all over. So there is no way, don't even ask us about the hard copy. There's no way TIMFA can go to every nation that is mentioned to go and supply you with, hard copy. But if you want to pay for it, which at the end of the day, the delivery will be more costly than the book, then we will make it available for you. Okay? So, but what we promise you and what you're paying for is for the digital. Okay? Now, how much is this thing? This thing that I've been talking about, how much, what is it going to cost you? It's going to cost you 250 US dollars. Or if you are in Nigeria, 250,000 naira. If you're in the South Africa, is 4,500. Well, how about myself? I'm in Kenya and I'm in Ghana. So how do I get it? We can only give you pricing where we have account. Nobody says we have to have an account in every country in the world. I don't even think that there's any company that has accounts in every country in the world. These are where we have accounts, and we can only collect your money either in naira, in rand, or in dollar. So one of them you can use. So if you're in Kenya, maybe you can use the dollar. If you're in Ghana, maybe you can use the dollar, okay? Or if you have somebody in Nigeria or Bureau de Exchange people, you can give them Ghana cedis and they will send it to Naira if it's better for you. But these are where we have accounts, and these are where we can collect funds, okay? Because if you give me money in cedis, I don't even know how to do. I'm not even there to collect it, okay? So, can I pay in installment? Do I have to finish paying all of these you talked about in one go? Is there any way I can break my payment into two? The answer is yes. And this is how you're going to do it, okay? You can pay us in two installments. I don't know if this helps you or not, but that's what we can offer you. Right now, the class starts on the 17th. That means the Monday after this coming Monday. So right now, before the class, you can make a payment of 120, just half, whatever half of this, $125, 125,000 naira, or 2,250 rands. You can make half of the payment right before, right now, before class starts. But 2 weeks into the class, okay, by the time the part one is done, you have to finish the payment or you cannot proceed to part two. Okay. So we have, 2 weeks. You can pay half to get started, and then by the end of part one, you pay the other half. Okay. And some people have asked us while I'm on this topic, do you have scholarship? The answer is no, we do not have scholarship. Okay. Sometimes, every once in a while, somebody is nice enough to say, you know what, I love what you guys are doing. Just take this money and use it for scholarship for people that, cannot afford it. We've had that in the past, but currently as we speak, we don't have scholarships, okay? How long is this course? Okay, now part one of this course is 2 weeks, and part two, 2 weeks. That means put together 2 weeks plus 2 weeks, 4 weeks, you are done. 4 weeks here. And it goes so fast. Okay. Now somebody may ask us and say, do I have to go to class every day? No, you don't have to go to class every day. We actually have a schedule. Your first 2 weeks, you're going to be going to class. Out of the 14 days in a 2 weeks period, you're going to be in class 6 days. The second part two, the whole of the 14-day, 2 weeks period, you're going to be in class 6 days. And we have those dates and what we're teaching on those dates. We have them in a schedule, but I just don't have it here. Okay. So what all are we going to be doing? We're going to be going through those manuals, the volume 1 and volume 2 manuals, the resources that will cover everything back to back. Okay. Then we're going to be having class discussions. We're going to be having practical sessions. Remember, guys, I told you we have practical sessions, and there's going to be examination. We may not want to hear it, but there's examination. The examination is not bad at all. Once you are in class, we do reviews, you're gonna pass it. But if you don't show up in class, you may kind of like struggle a little bit. And the exams are online, so they're pretty easy. Things that we go through in class, plus the revision. So at the end of the day, most people pass it, like literally everyone. Okay. unless somebody that doesn't even pay attention and do not come to class. We don't want to collect your money without you being imparted, number one. That's why examination is very important. Number two, we don't want to give you our certification bearing our name if we know you can't defend it. We don't want to give you that certificate. So you have to be able to defend the certificate when we give it to you. So it's really important. So at the end of part one, you take the first 2 weeks, you take an exam. It's multiple choice exam, and most of the time, hopefully, you'll pass it. And then we start part two. At the end of part two, you take another exam, and then that's it. You pass it and you're good to go. All right. So that's it. It's not hard at all. So how do we deliver this course that I'm talking about? Here are the different mediums that you're going to pass through while you're on this course, okay? A lot of you came from WhatsApp, either you're in the perspective or you're already in class. Some of you listening to me, you've paid, so you're already in class. And our class is on WhatsApp, okay? And if you've paid your course, if you've paid for this, listen to me now. You need to get yourself, as they give you the links, you got to get into the Google Classroom. Okay, this is where we write our assignments and our practicals on we use Google Classroom. Why do we use Google Classroom? The reason is simple. Some people, when they finish the marriage mentor certification course, they want to, marriage and family certification course, sorry. They want to migrate to the university to go take their bachelor's or master's or PhD. And at the TIMFA Christian University, we study with the Google Classroom. So we want to get you all familiar with that. So when you go to the university, you're not acting like, fish out of the water. Okay, so that's what we use. And then, of course, everyone who's paid for this course is housed on Facebook. Facebook, what do we do on Facebook? The only thing we do on Facebook is that's where all the videos, okay, all the videos that we have because, we teach you on Zoom. And as we're teaching you on Zoom, we are streaming live into a private Facebook group. And everyone will be added there who has made their payment. You're going to be there. So nobody ever misses our class. So that if we hold a class and you happen not to catch it live, you don't have to worry a thing because the video is right there on your Facebook group and you can watch it anytime and as many times as possible. So the course is 1 month, which is 4 weeks, but we leave you with the videos for 5 weeks. And at the end of that fifth week, we'll now take everybody out of the Facebook group so we can prepare the class. All right. So, and then the www there is where you go and download your material. So, you got to go through Zoom where just like this, just like I'm talking, that's how we deliver the class. And while right now, I'm streaming on YouTube because, it's open and we want people to watch it while we're doing, but we're streaming live. But when in real class, we're going to be streaming live into a private Facebook group. So that private Facebook is hidden. Nobody can even find it. No matter how they search for it, they can't find it. Okay. And then of course, everybody is on WhatsApp where we pass messages, and then your assignments are done in Google Classroom. Your materials, you get it from our website. Okay, they should have given you the link to get your materials. So at the end of the day, I am so sorry, guys. I still have the old certificate. I need to update my presentation, but your certificate is going to be something like this, but it's not going to have the Institute for Marriage and Family Affairs USA. It's going to have TIMFA Christian University logo and name on it, okay? But it's so beautiful. It's going to be like that. Now, this banner, besides the certificate, sometimes my guys wake up and they say, you know what? We want to be nice to the students. We just want to make you a personalized banner. I have no control over it. They decide whether they want to do that or not. And usually when they do that, it's at no cost to you. So I don't know if, if they're doing that. If you haven't heard anything about it and you've already made your payment, why don't you type on that in the WhatsApp and say, are we going to get the personalized banner that Reverend May talked about, please? Pretty please. Maybe you can get them to produce it. We usually produce it for our students, and it's at no charge to you. Now, remember how I talked about the 21 business ideas for TIMFA counselors? Because a lot of people come and say, where can I work with this certificate? You cannot use this certification and go from door to door trying to fill application to work. Nobody will hire you. Instead, you can create you create a job for yourself and be your own boss and your own entrepreneur. And we have given you 21, and I'm not going to go through that. When you register, because, in class, we go through this in part 2, and we help you prepare you, for whichever one. There are many of this that you may have a desire for. So we help to prepare you thoroughly for that. Now, I mentioned something in part 1 about intake and gathering information. That's also what we do. We help you to create a form, an intake form, customize an intake form for yourself that you're going to be using to collect information about your clients. Okay, so we'll do that for you. We get you prepared. So once you finish, you're good to go and help people wherever your neighbor, your area of influence is. Okay. And then when you finish, some people say, okay, now I'm done. I love what I got from TIMFA and I want to continue with TIMFA. Where else should I go? Different. You could go one of 3 ways, okay? Or even 4 ways. You can become a TIMFA affiliate. You can affiliate with us. Okay? Who's a TIMFA affiliate? A TIMFA affiliate is someone who is teaching our course, certifying other people, okay, like we the founders do. So you teach our course with our material, all right? And all your students are still TIMFA students. They get TIMFA certification. You make a chunk of change doing that. We pay you for doing that. We do pay you. We retain some of the money, but we pay you for doing that. A lot of people have found it very, very helpful because it's a win-win situation. You make extra money for it. Hopefully it's passion for you. And then we also gain. How do we gain? We gain by you helping us to spread these, news to everyone, because the person you may catch, I may not catch them. The person I may reach, you may not reach them. So the more affiliates we have, the more people are more, schooled in understanding marriage and what it's all about. So you can do this. You can also become a TIMFA associated counselor, because you may say, you know what, I don't like to teach, I'm shy or whatever. I just want to don't know how to be able to sit with a couple and counsel them one-on-one. That's where my passion is. And you want to go through this mentorship program, you can also do that. Now, some people finish with a marriage and family and they go into mental health. That one is for 4 months course. All right. Yeah, so that's the third thing you could do. And then some people also finish, all right, and they decide to go do their bachelor's or master's or PhD. We have a lot of our mentors now that are enrolled in the TIMFA Christian University. So there are many things, that you could do. And one beautiful thing is we don't just cut you loose. We have numerous WhatsApp groups for our alumni. So we add you to our alumni group so you get to connect with men and women of like passion. And then you can continue with your practice from there. All right. We do have graduations. We have virtual graduation. We also have on-site graduation. So Don't worry about this virtual graduation flyer is an old one, 2023, needs update. But the most important thing why I say that I run this is because of the banner. So to do that virtual commencement or virtual graduation, it takes place on Zoom. We're gonna be asking you your picture with due time, photographs, so that we can design this beautiful personalized banner for you at no charge. All right. And that's it. I'm done with the presentation in a snapshot. This is who TIMFA is. And that's what we do. I'm hoping that you understood it so far. Any questions? Any questions, guys? If you have any questions from the presentation or from the moon, from anywhere, unmute yourself and talk. Go ahead.
Hello.
Uh-huh.
This is Anu. This is also Funke. I usually would go by either Anu or Funke.
Okay.
Thank you for the presentation. That was really enlightening. And
Sure.
I had two questions previously, but I guess you're which I asked Joanna about, and she told me to bring it to the open house. Oh, but you already took care of the first one because I was asking how um oh, how did I worded the question again? I'm trying to remember, but you already talked about the influence, how influential is this particular institute? How known is it? So you already spoke about that. Thank you. But the other one is actually it was an I think a typo I saw on the first manual. I think it was a typo. So I was going through the manual yesterday, just trying to go through it before class starts, so it's not all strange to me. And then I saw under the why marriage is. Just give me a moment, please. I'm trying to pull up. Yes.
If it's something in the manual, you might
Yeah.
want to wait and bring it up in class because
That would be in class, right?
yeah,
Okay.
this is a group of even those that haven't even registered that are trying to even find
Oh.
out who are these people. So this is not the actual class.
Oh, thank you.
Yes,
She told
yes.
me to bring it here. That's why I was like, okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So I'll
Yeah.
just wait with that. But yes,
Definitely, definitely.
you,
We'll
yes,
be glad
you,
to get that.
yeah.
Yes.
I was asking how recognizes the certification from the institute, and you already also took care of that. So thank you.
Sure.
Yeah, looking forward
And
to.
welcome on board.
Thank you so much. Looking forward to having the full class.
Sure, absolutely.
Thank you.
Now, somebody's asking, can
Yeah.
those from, and after this, Dr. Ryan, you'll be next. Can those from Ghana use the website link to register and do the payments? Of course, of course, of course. You can do that. You can do that. All right. Dr. Ryan, go for it.
Hi, good afternoon, or from where you are. Thank you for
Afternoon.
the
You said from where?
presentation. No, I said from where you guys are. I don't know if it's
Oh,
afternoon or evening. Well,
yes,
it is still
good
afternoon here in
afternoon.
Jamaica. Okay.
Okay.
So the question that I want to ask, but first, thank you for the information. And
Mhm.
you talk about the recognition of the university. What I really want to find out before I make a payment is it that the university is accredited? So if I should migrate to the United States of America, would this certificate provide me with an opportunity to actually practice in that state where I'm going? That's one. And for persons who may have already been a counselor but not a marriage counselor, um, is the same program, we have to go through the same duration of the program for the 4 weeks program to be certified.
Okay, very good. Good questions. If you migrate to the United States, can you use it? Okay. So we're accredited all over the world. I mean, we have our accreditation with the university that has now grandfathered. Now, I need to make this very, very clear. So please, guys, we are a Christian institution. We believe in the Lord Jesus Christ unapologetically. We do not try to push you to believe what we do, what we believe. But you can believe what you do, but we believe what we believe. So we believe in integrity and honesty. Okay? I want you to understand that what you are here to learn is marriage and family certification course. This by no means is a degree. It's not a degree. Because a lot of people, because of who we are and how we present, they think, oh, okay, I got a degree. Let me go and be looking for a job and practicing everywhere and doing it. No, 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 no. If you want to be a licensed and practicing counselor, you got to go do your bachelor's, you got to go do your master's and take the license exam. I hope I'm clear, Dr. Ryan. What you came
Oh,
here to do with $250 and 1 month is this is a passion I have in this particular area. I don't know how to go about it. I don't have a structure. I don't know how to start. I don't know how to go about. I need someone or an institution that can place my head in the right place and give me that structure and to organize myself so I can effectively help people.
okay. Thank you for that. But so basically, this is not I would understand that this is not a degree program.
Right.
I have several degrees. However, this course that you're offering, it is
Mm.
only a certificate. And this certification, what does it qualify you for? Just for the church purpose? Or do the university have um, another aperture where you can upgrade to do licensing for practicing in the States and probably in your own country?
Yes. So if you want to practice in any state in the United States, a full-blown hang your banner and all of that, then come to TIFA Christian University and study Christian counseling.
All right.
Master,
So thank you.
master's degree.
Um,
But
so
if you are practicing within your community, maybe you belong to an association, maybe you belong to a church. For example, churches send counselors to us. We train them and they go back to their churches and they begin to counsel, marriage couples in their community or in their churches. Those are the things. And remember that I mentioned that there are 21 business ideas. I can post, I don't know which group, if you're on a WhatsApp group, I'll post it in there and you read it for yourself. Those are the things you can do with our certification.
all right. Thank you.
21 business ideas.
Is it possible for you or someone to have a discussion after this meeting? Is it possible?
To have a discussion after this meeting? Sure.
Yes. I would love to talk with you after this meeting so I could
Now,
make a
after this
decision as
meeting, I
to.
got two other meetings, but I do have an assistant that can speak with you.
I would really appreciate that. Thank you.
Definitely. Are you in one of our group or one of our WhatsApp groups?
Yes, I am in one of the WhatsApp group.
Okay, so
So
whoever is the admin there.
so I am a pastor here in Jamaica, and
Mm-hmm.
I do lecture at one of our Bible
And we
schools.
have a lot of Jamaican alumni, and some of
Right,
Jamaicans already registered in the university now. Yeah.
right. So my issue is that I want to do more than just being a pastor to counsel my members. I want to have an
Okay.
actual practice. So if
Okay.
the university is accredited and you offer this course, I would want to get some more information to move into that direction.
Okay. All right. We can talk about that definitely.
All right, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Then somebody is asking. Geoffrey is asking, what about the other courses like addiction counseling? Do all courses run concurrently? The mental health and addiction counseling course starts tomorrow, effectively. It starts tomorrow and it runs all the way to May. Okay, and then this one starts. Some students have taken both of them concurrently because the MFCC, which is the one where we're talking about now, finishes in a month. It starts middle of February now, and it's done in March, and then you continue with the mental health. If you can afford it, you can do both of them concurrently. There is no conflict. They're not held at the same time. Okay, so there's no conflict on that. It will be up to you if you have the time to study and if you have the money to pay for both of them. Um, please, what time? Please, what time are the classes during the week and the days? So what is going to happen is that one of the prayer. I don't know. Are you in any of our groups? Do I still have? Okay. So Joanna, you are. Joanna, be sure to post the, I mean, like you have the schedule. Please post it. Okay. So wherever WhatsApp you are, they're gonna post the schedule. This will be not this is the real deal, the actual schedule with the time and the dates when all the courses, the whole thing will be held. Okay. They'll share it with you guys. Any other question? Anybody else? May you please elaborate more on affiliation to become an extension? When we get to class, we'll talk more about that. Yeah. I'll devote more time when we start. Right now, we're in the midst of some people thinking, okay, who are these? Should I register? Should I not? So I don't want to give them too many information that's going to be so confusing. So, but definitely, yeah. This introduction, I'll repeat it with more information, the first day of class. So we'll do that. How many intakes in a month? I don't know. I don't know what the question is. What do you mean by how many intakes? How many times are the tuitions done in a year? I don't know. Can you unmute yourself, Geoffrey, and ask the question so I can understand?
Hello, thank you. This is Geoffrey from Kenya, and thank you for nice presentation.
Sure,
Now,
thank you.
yeah, you're welcome. My question was, as in the course that begins tomorrow, if I miss that course, is there an opportunity for me to register the same course in the course of the year and the same for all the other courses, like the one that begins next week? Supposing I'm not able to register by next week, is there a repetition that I would get an opportunity to?
So which one? There are two or several courses. This one here is the marriage and family certification course,
Yes,
which
yes,
is the
like
one that starts on 17th.
yes.
The
Supposing
one starting tomorrow is the mental health and addiction.
yes, yes, I'm saying
They're
like the
different.
one that starts tomorrow. Supposing I want to
It
prepare
starts
myself.
another one in June.
Oh, okay, thank you, thank you. What
It's
about the one
offered
that?
twice a year. This
Very good.
particular one is offered, this one, marriage counseling, is offered 4 or 5 times a year.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. I think you answered my question. Thank you
The
so
only
much.
thing we can't promise you, and that's
Mm,
what I usually tell people, I can't
yes.
promise you that the amount or the fees will stay the same.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only thing. So we can only guarantee the fees of the one that we're talking about. Yeah, but we do offer it over the course of the year. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I get you. Thank you so much.
Sure. Any other
Thank you.
questions, guys? I have to kind of jump out to another meeting. Thank you all so much for coming. Please, if you have more questions, Miss Joanna is posting a WhatsApp link. Join that WhatsApp link. Is legit. It's from us, okay? It's from us, so you don't have to worry about it. Join that WhatsApp link and ask your question if you have not registered. But if you already made a payment, please do not join that WhatsApp link. That WhatsApp link is only for those who have made a payment. If you have not made your payment and you have questions, you are in the classroom already. Ask your question in the classroom and the admin will help you out. All right? Thank you all so much for coming. I look forward to seeing all of y'all in class. All right. All right. So bye-bye and have a blessed and a beautiful and victorious day and week.